I wanted to pop on today and talk about why it's important to let go of various situations that are going on in your life. What if, for instance, you were to travel on this vacation off to somewhere and you were to feel so excited and so confident and so ready and willing to go and experience what you want to experience and what you might need to experience? Everything's going wonderful. And then you suddenly look inside your suitcases and your bags, and you suddenly find out that something's missing. Now, this could be a variety of things. This could be slippers. This could be a toothbrush. This could be a valuable object other than the bodily necessities. But I'm saying this because, I think that it's so powerful and so incredibly important that we understand the saying. Um, we are living in very traumatic, very chaotic, very turbulent times, and a lot of things going on in the world. There's so much death, destruction, poverty, wars, and all of that. There's so many people suffering, so many people going through really intense circumstances. And what if you suddenly discover that you are going on a trip and you look inside and you can't find something? Is that going to be something that you're going to wrap your head and heart around? And is that going to be something that you're going to let take away the experience? Is it going to be a major bump, a major hindrance, and something which is going to really, really get in the way just because a little detail wasn't perfect, just because of something that you may have forgotten? And I think it's so important where I am filming this video not to be too personal. And so I talk about letting go as something in which we all need to develop, especially now that the North Node is in Taurus. How can we let go when the North Node is in Taurus? Because Taurus is all about being in the moment, being grounded in the present, being connected with Mother Nature, being connected with the earth, being connected with the physical body on the physical plane in all five senses. There is this feeling of groundedness that we can tap into that's very spiritual. When I hear something like, oh, it's about making money and getting a career and getting a stable job, let's get a little bit more spiritual. Let's get a little bit more pure right now. It can be about those things. I'm not going to deny that. But what you can hear that is not going to be a factor that causes for rebellion would be the fact of letting go, really letting go. This North Node is all about letting go. It is all about releasing all of the baggage, which is Scorpio, all of the negative thoughts and feelings and resentments and vengefulness, all of those eighth house matters that can be released. And we can step into Taurus, which is all about peace and love. And it's all about stability. And again, it is all about being grounded. That's what this nodal placement is about. That's what these nodes are really here to teach us. That's a huge lesson to be able to sort of go through these 18 months and experience. How attachment can become a real burden and a real problem when we are attaching in a way that's not healthy to the outcome, to the situation. You know, I made a video today about the North Node in the sign of Scorpio. And I made that video because I want you to think back to your life if you can correlate the experiences that you've had in the years of 2012 and 2013 and 2014 in the past when the lunar nodes were moving through Taurus and Scorpio. And I talked about Taurus. You know, the downside of Taurus, the downside of whatever sign the North Node is in can really become a South Node. And the downside of Taurus is defining situations, defining yourself, defining the existence, defining the situation, getting so caught up in the material things, getting so wrapped around the value of having these possessions and being so afraid that if you pack all your luggage that you might lose something. And lo and behold, you get off the ship. You go to the docks and you search through. And you discover that some of the things that you brought with you are gone. Or all of the things that you brought with you. You know, North Node in Taurus isn't having attachment to material. It's more about being grounded in the material. It's not about holding tight to this, holding tight to that. Being so fixed, being so stubborn. I need to have this way. I need to have it this way. I need to have this. I need to have this to be able to feel secure. In a way, Scorpio, the South Node in Scorpio, actually the sign Scorpio, because remember the South Node is the past. But let's just pretend that the North Node is in Scorpio. Because oppositions can really overlap. Scorpio is all about the letting go process. It's all about the transformation. It's all about realizing that there's more than just the material. There's more than just the little objects. It's about you as a human being living a spiritual experience inside this body. And yes, going through these experiences which force you to lose your attachment, to not be so intense, Scorpio. into the attachment. Because it can really be, as I said, I'm going to use the word again, intense. It can be intense energy. It's very intense and it's in really mixed with all of the stuff, which is Scorpio, that the, while the needing to have it all in, all nothing mediocre is a positive thing. This is not the most flexible because the fixed signs are not really the most flexible out of the entire zodiac. And I'm sure that we all have somebody in our lives that, you know, is a fixed sign or has a lot of fixed energy. And I know that I do, and we all do. And so, no matter what the nodes, no matter what they're in, North Node in Scorpio is about letting go, transformation, getting deep. What do you absolutely need to feel secure? That nourished sense, which I don't need to have anymore. I don't have this greediness. North Node in Scorpio is about letting go. North Node in Taurus is about letting go. Both of these are equal. They are different, but that is what this axis is about. Now, I have been meaning to look at a little article, and I'm going to read through and I'm going to add my things into it. And that's really, again, the North Node Scorpio path is being open to change, is being open to things that were, that is not exactly planned perfectly and doesn't turn out the way perfectly. I mean, I have South Node in Scorpio, and I feel those same feelings too. We all feel those same feelings. So, North Node in Taurus, go along with the high road of Scorpio. North Node in Taurus, North Node in Scorpio. North Node in Scorpio, North Node in Taurus. North Node in Taurus, high road of Scorpio. North Node in Scorpio, high road of Taurus. Evolution of Taurus or Scorpio, depending upon what your nodes are in. It depends upon the South Node sign. Whatever the South Node is in, the high road and evolution of that South Node sign is something to take note of. It's not like a move where you have to completely just abandon it and completely work to feel like you're being a slave to the cosmic system, and it feels unauthentic, it doesn't feel comfortable, it doesn't feel natural, it doesn't feel right, to where, you know, it's unneeded, unnecessary. There's just a form about it that doesn't feel like it's going to be effective. And life is an ongoing journey. It's not about a single destination. So, when I hear all about move towards your note, oh, for how long? How many years are you going to be living on this planet to where it's not all about working towards this? It's all about the balance. It is all about being comfortable but evolving the South Node so that you can feel comfortable, so that you can feel happy. Because the South Node brings up the wounds, brings up where we don't feel happy, satisfied, fulfilled, where we don't feel comfortable. And we want to feel comfortable and happy. So, in a way, we look to the North Node, we can actually feel better. We can actually step into this sort of place and feel more comfortable evolving through this. Like I was hearing this person talk about it, and he corrected himself when he said, you know, something about, getting into this new comfort zone, letting go of your comfort zone, that correction. If he did not correct himself, I would not blame him. Like, I would say, wonderful. You don't need to correct yourself. You don't need to correct yourself because it is only natural to want to go in this place that feels comfortable and fulfilling at the same time. And you will naturally move into this North Node placement. Um, you know, situations in your life, will it, it'll just work out that way. I mean, inevitably, because it's only natural to find out that, oh, I'm hitting a dead end. I am at this teeter totter and I'm going too far in the run. I can't go any further. I have to go the other direction. It's not going to feel right. It's not going to feel, you know, it's not going to give you the results if you try to bang on the earth to try to open up a little hole so that you can go further into it. There's an end ground there where the other way is where you want to go, where you want to go. Not that you need to go, not that, oh, it's right for you to do. No, you know what's right for you. Um, and so I want to talk about this letting go of all the past pain, um, karma, baggage, intense emotion. Scorpio is so complex, and there's so many things that I could say about this. Really, there's so many aspects of Scorpio. It's such a complex sign. Um, and it's so neat to get into the complexities. And I know if you see Aaron Dowdy, the brilliant spiritual YouTuber, he has a YouTube channel. He definitely is very famous for talking about the importance of letting go. Um, you know, that theme is very prevalent in a lot of spirituality that you see in quite a few of his videos and quite a few of the things that he does. And why? Because it's so incredibly important to learn. And I mean, you know these things in theory, you know these things intellectually, but the experience of it, and also again, life is a journey. I want to read to you this quote. It kind of corresponds a little bit to me like there's nothing to fear but fear itself, kind of thing. It says, the root of all our problems is is our inability to let go. Now that was correct correction. Now that was absolutely definitive and absolutely objective correction. Now the correction that I talked about with comfort zone, that's more subjective. That doesn't need to be corrected as much as what I said. So anyway, um, so how it's not about needing to feel secure with having this, needing to feel secure with having this. How with the North Node in Taurus, we can really do the opposite, getting beyond the material. Healthy detachment, but attachment or healthy attachment to the material. Because low road of Taurus, fixed. I own this. I worked hard to get this. This is mine. All this types of things. holding it in, locking it up in drawers, like, oh, this is mine, you can't have this. And I talk about the North Node in Scorpio as a lesson all about sharing.